You ever heard the term conversion therapy before? Well, if not, I'll break it down for you. Conversion therapy is a form, a style of psychiatric treatment that is pretty much primarily exclusively used and authorized by religious parents to dull down their little rainbows. And over the years, we've done a lot of work to try and expose this practice for exactly what it is: psychological torture against our youth. As of this week, the Kentucky House was so gracious as to undermine all of that work by recognizing and protecting conversion therapy as a viable form of treatment. So, in honor of that remarkable decision by the Kentucky House, I would like to share a little personal story of my own about conversion therapy. When I was 13 years old, I was, against my wishes, outed by my school counselor to my mother, my very religious mother. Despite me begging and pleading with the school counselor not to out me to my mom, when I got home, I was completely blindsided. She knew. She had called her that day, and she hauled me off to church for a little one-on-one with the preacher. I remember sitting in his office and hearing the things that he would say to me about being an abomination, disappointing my mom and my family, and how I was going to get the other kids in trouble because when they made fun of me, they were going to suffer the consequences, and this was my fault. By the end of it, he was speaking in tongues over me and casting out the demons and praying with my mom, and it was a big old mess. I will never forget getting in the passenger seat of my mom's car after that was over and telling myself that I can't do it. I can't do this anymore, and I'm not gonna. That one afternoon almost took my life. It planted seeds of self-hatred. It planted seeds of shame. That one interaction just about ended my life. I share that story to illustrate the point that if I was shattered, if I was broken into a million little pieces at 13 years old over one conversation, I want you to imagine how torturous, how inhumane it is to ship one of these kids who may be even younger than I was off to a camp away from their family, away from their friends, where they're by themselves to be broken down into a shell of the person that they were before they left. In some cases, literally being snatched out of their beds by strangers and hauled away in the middle of the night. All because the parents could not bear the thought of having something as awful as a gay child. Conversion therapy is easily one of the most abhorrent displays of malpractice in modern counseling. Kentucky and many other states just said, you know what, we should protect this. This is a good thing. It just about makes me sick to my stomach, and it breaks my heart every single day knowing that there are youngins out there who are being tortured right now because of the ignorance of their parents. And as traumatizing as it was for me to be outed that day and to experience exorcism, I guess, it doesn't hold a candle to the level of abuse that so many others are experiencing and have experienced in conversion therapy. We cannot keep letting this happen to our youth. We have got to do better. Much love and have a beautiful day.